Right intention is the cultivation of wholesome and ethical thoughts. Before right intention can manifest, right view or understanding must be established first. Therefore, a mind that is not delusional, hateful, or filled with desire and attachment serves as the foundation for right intention. Right intention is simply the absence of these primary negative qualities. It arises from a mind that maintains a neutral emotional state. The Buddha summarized right intention as non-desire, non-anger, or non-harmfulness. This is known as ahimsa, and non-delusion. In contrast, wrong view leads to wrong intention or delusion. This is the nature of right intention. It depends on view. With this understanding, right intention is not the same as the many positive mental states that also include non-ill will and non-harmfulness. Since those states do not include the positive intent of metta, loving kindness, or karuna, which is compassion. Instead, the literal translation of right intention is non-ill will. It is therefore not necessary to constantly sustain the positive states of metta and karuna in order to maintain right intention. There was a story the Buddha told when he was a bodhisattva, in which he found himself going through this particular process to sort out his thoughts into two primary categories. One for unwholesome thoughts, and the other for the wholesome thoughts. The unwholesome thoughts had the potential to be regrettable and cause harm and resentment to others if they were acted on. He was determined to take charge of his thinking habits. He wanted to resolve to manage his thoughts and be able to consciously choose which ones to welcome and which ones to drop. So he experimented with this exercise, and it turned out to be quite effective. Now, it is interesting to note that right intention is a type of meditation. It is a high-level practice of mindfulness of the mind. In fact, it neatly falls into the third category of mindfulness, citta nana, which is the mental state that is highly aware of whether one is experiencing anger, greed, delusion, or concentrated with a more expanded kind of awareness. The practice of mindfulness as a means of maintaining right intention is closely related to right effort. And as part of right effort, there are two wrong efforts that we must liberate ourselves from, and two right efforts to cultivate. It's important to realize that right intention must be established before right speech and action. After all speech and actions originate from some kind of viewpoint and intention. If one's intention is wrong or delusional, so too will their speech and action be this way. Mastering right speech is challenging because speech usually needs to happen quickly when we're interacting with people. So the key is to align your heart with right view and right intention first, since speech comes from the heart center. There are endless things a person might do or say that are done out of wrong intention, which happen instantly and automatically when we are debating and arguing. But if you have established yourself in right intention, then these immediate decisions we have to make with people can happen instantly and skillfully. So right intention needs to be understood in the context of the Eightfold Path, particularly in the context of the Four Noble Truths and right view.